Hey bitch, I am back again. I'm trying this new hand choreography thing and I can already tell it's not gonna work for me, so we're immediately quitting that. More assorted oracle decks that don't really fit a theme. I don't know, for some reason I was kind of scared of doing this box, but I'm actually like looking at it now and I'm like, they're quite cute. This is a really special gift. I got this from Martin. He got it at Treadwell's. It's a really cute little tiny pocket deck. I love tiny things sometimes. And it's working with the 4 elements, which is interesting, like Colin Hall art. It has this really interesting let me show you really quickly. So it has this little white book that's folded up in the package. So you get a lot of information in here. I have to be honest, it's a little bit difficult to like sometimes look stuff up in it. However, it is really lovely and I do like this a lot. The back's stunning. It's a really cute little basic deck. Very artsy, folksy, cutesy. You do definitely need the guidebook for most cards. We're getting a lot of blues right here now, but it's a platitude of colors in here, so that's really cool. There's lots of angels and fairies and more fairies and goddesses and a lot of cool stuff in here. It's a really neat little deck. The reason why I don't really use this a lot has to do with the guidebook. I feel like if you create a deck that is so dependent on your guidebook should probably be more than this weird long shape, or just make it a digital one, you know, provide a download link so that I can print it out on, you know, good quality paper, maybe even get it ring bound so it's appealing for me to use. This is a really special gift though, so I'm not ever gonna like get rid of this at all because I do adore it. Even to just look at, it's really cool. I don't know if this is an older deck, but I think it is really cool, really stunning. Just, you know, I just have that one gripe with it where I'm like, you know, you do really need that guidebook. It's more of an interactive book of sorts. And you've decided to print that in the most impossible format ever, probably to cut costs. This does look like it was printed in the UK as well and not in China. And printing in Europe is expensive as hell. But, oh no, it was actually printed in China. But then again, it wasn't expensive either, so... But it's a cute little deck, and I don't see anyone use it ever. Ooh, we're getting more Alana Fairchild, Circles of Healing. This is really cool, actually. This just has, and I feel like this is Alana at her best. This has affirmations on the cards, which I think is really dope. Obviously, you can't read them right now because they are round. But this is a really stunning deck with all these gorgeous mandalas, and they look really good. They look really vibrant. The affirmations on the cards are really good. Let me read you one. Through the sacred cycles of healing, I serenely integrate spiritual talents and soul wisdom into my heart. I'm ready for empowered and loving expression. So they're all, you know, they're long, but they're cute. They're cute, they're nice, the cards look stunning. It's that perfect cardstock again. Like, I will always love a Blue Angel deck because of the cardstock, because of the sensory experience it provides. You know, do I use this a whole lot? No. I love this one as well. Like, there's so much color variation in here. So much attention to detail. And then it doesn't come with a little white book, but it does come with a little white book, but it's not about card meanings, but it's about sort of a meditation. Why are the cards designed this way? Like, it's a cute little pamphlet that you get that does explain some stuff. And this was very much created as a tool rather than a full-blown, like, ooh, life-changing deck. No, it's a tool that you can work with, and I like that idea. So yeah, that's really dope. Another one that I recently got is this Whispers of Love, the Dutch edition, which this is not, of this is absolutely vile, vile. And you know what's really, really weird? I had this dream a couple of like months ago, and in that dream, like either Josephine Wall or Angela Hartfield were dead. And it's like I'm living in this Mandela effect right now where they are not. Josephine Wall art is so classically new age fantasy. I adore it. It's soft. I still also kind of want to get their Gratitude Oracle because I feel like that is stunning as well. I feel like it gets overlooked a lot nowadays because it does. I mean, don't get me wrong. They sold shit loads of copies of this deck. But it does get overlooked a bit because it's probably, you know, not as modern, or the art looks a bit woolly and a bit soft. It's not the edgiest. But I think it's cute that this is very much a love oracle. And I don't really have a whole lot of them. I think most of them are cheesy as hell. But this is not a cheesy love oracle. It's very much about, it very much contains messages that are, you know, usable for everyone. And yeah, I don't know. I think this is really cute. Sometimes Josephine paints really dorky faces, like this merman right here. What's up with that? Am I right? But, you know, most of the time it's just absolutely stunning. So I intend to get some more, but, you know, I don't like having 20,000 decks by the same artist, but the Gratitude Oracle is definitely one that I intend to get at some point in time. Up next, boy oh boy, do I have a difficult relationship with this deck, the Seasons of the Witch. This started as an indie deck. It wasn't the hottest seller ever, if I remember right, but it was an indie deck. And Rockpool picked it up, and I was so excited for it. And this one does do it for me. I think it's usable, mostly. The Samhain Oracle. The other ones, nah, not really. And to be honest, oh man, this is gonna sound like blasphemy, right? But to be honest, I don't really enjoy this one either. Like, it's a thing where, you know, the author posted some stuff online that kind of soured. But, you know, like, once again, trying to separate creator from the tool. This is actually a fairly decent tool, but it does look a bit too depressing to me sometimes, where I'm like... But when it comes to, like, Halloween-y decks... Like, I really want to love the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco and Jimmy Manton. And you guys must know by now that I'm a big fan of Jimmy Manton. However, if you're going to do a 36-card deck and 5 or 6 out of the cards in that deck contain an illustration that is repeated throughout those 6 cards with slight variations, you're going to bore me a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel this. I don't really feel this as a divinatory tool. I get the idea of doing a series of decks. I get that idea is very appealing, but the deck itself, I don't think is the greatest Oracle deck ever made. And it doesn't have to be, but I'd rather work with a Doreen Virtue deck, or any Doreen Virtue deck, even the shittier ones, over this. I don't know, as a point of reference, maybe that says a lot. One that I do like a lot is the Astral Realms Oracle. This was supposed to be an indie release, but then Rockpool struck up a deal with Prism and Fleur, the designers of the deck, and I was impressed with this, y'all. Rose gold gilding, really good, really good quality. These cards have a pearlescent sheen about them. You're only seeing the ring light now, but I didn't know this before buying, but the cards have this pearlescent sheen, which is really cool. And this eudaimonia. Wow. Okay, I've never seen that card in here before. Damn. This is very Daniel Noel-esque in that kind of style. It's a crystal deck where you get the name of the crystal, a planet, and a keyword, but I don't know what eudaimonia is. So I'm immediately intrigued, and I want to look up this card in the guidebook. The guidebook is so... Rockpool, like, oh man, I want Rockpool to want to publish me because they're so good. They're my favorite publishing company right now, and I don't have that. Eudaimonia is a philosophy pertaining to each individual self and finally living in your knowing. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's really interesting. So those are concepts that I can work with a lot. And then as Don Michel from Boho Tarot explained, you could really use this deck as a sort of spread machine where the energy of Uranus, you kind of need to have some knowledge about the planets and the crystals and, you know, and the key concept of the card in order for you to use that. But you could kind of use it as a spread where you would put a card right here asking, how's the energy of Uranus influencing me right now? What's my eudaimonia? And, you know, the properties of malachite. How are they affecting me right now? There's just, you know what Rockpool needs to stop? This. They need to stop doing that. It's so wasteful. Same with Blue Angel and their stupid pieces of useless paper. Transformation, so malachite, sense of transformation. So you could even use the guidebook for that. But I think this is a really cool looking deck, very modern. I love it. I really do love it. So I know that Martin is kind of in a soft, going into his soft era with more decks in this style that he enjoys using, and I feel like I'm sort of gravitating towards that as well. Let me grab my own deck really quickly because I feel like they would pair tremendously well together. I mean, look, just like that. And like this. Doesn't that look great together? Like, wow, they would pair so well. So, you know, I feel like we had like this influx of decks in this style for a bit, and it's kind of died down. Sometimes, because this is a style, I know that Daniel Noel doesn't have the rights to this style, but it is a style that I do like. And, you know, Danielle can only produce so much, so I'm not mad at this at all. I think it's absolutely stunning. Stunning. Really great deck. Great keywords, great ways of using it. Really good guidebook. You know, you can say of the Girls of Prism and Fleur what you want, but their decks are really good, honestly. Ooh, another Australian deck. The Inner Star Oracle, and if you speak French, you can get a mass market version of this in French. This is a very, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this is a very basic, sigil-y, affirmation-y deck. But I do love this a lot. So we get these sigil symbols with, on this same matte finish. I'm still doubting how I'm going to do my tarot deck because I do love matte finishes like this. Like, it's so hard because I love the rose petal, but I also love this, the matte, this Blue Angel matte, you know, it just feels so good. But you get these really colorful images, sacred geometry, great, great keywords and or affirmation-y texts at the bottom. It's just really good. It's a really cool, good tool. I've seen Arcana Sacra, the French publisher. I've seen them, they're starting to do stuff in English now too. The Messengers of Egypt Oracle is finally getting an English release, mass market, as is the Lumina Tarot. It's getting a mass market English release. So hopefully they'll also do the Connected Wild and Free, the Connected and Free Oracle in English. And then maybe also the Inner Star. Who knows? Oh, wow. This deck is actually coming apart. Ha ha ha. Okay. Interesting. This is the El Chiringa Oracle or Neuromancy deck. It's now called Viator Somniorum, something like that. I don't know why. And I don't really, nor do I really care. I think the creator told me at one point, but meh, who cares? For some reason, mine has 2 guidebooks because there was something wrong with the first one. Creating decks is difficult, y'all. And, you know, some people are just hot messes. When artists and, like, hyper-creative people have their shit together, magic happens, but when they don't, it becomes a hot mess. This deck is really good, though. It's kind of a dream theme deck, so it's very much about themes you might come across in dreams, you know, and they have great dreamy art, and I do enjoy using this deck. It's very usable, user-friendly. It's, you know, you could use it as a really deep tool or not. I adore the art. The art was done by someone else, not the name that's huge on the box. Daniela Efe. The concept was by Stephanie Alia. The art is what made me fall in love, and I still feel like this is their best deck. It's really, really usable and really, really good. The borders are quite big on this, actually, I just noticed, but I don't really mind. I'm not that bothered by borders. But there's a lot of dream and nightmare scenarios that are happening here, and it all looks very relatable, at least to me. The cardstock is great, great thickness. Really nice finish. I love the backs, and yeah, this is definitely one that I should be this is also definitely going to the top of my list, so that's great. That happened. Yeah, this deck, I got this in Amsterdam. It's been staring at me for a long time, and I'm not feeling it. The cutting of this deck was rough, bitch. Like, the way this was produced, not good. Justin Serabin is the artist. She's an intuitive painter. I love her Sacred Sea Oracle, which we will get to in another video. But this is just, you know, we're going to do an intuitive deck with squiggles, and you need to see which feelings get evoked. But then we've also written a whole guidebook which kind of tells you what feelings you should be feeling. So I feel like I'm being tested a lot. And it would have been really powerful if this deck would not have had a guidebook with it. Just, you know, maybe one card explaining you need to use the deck like this. Just use your intuition. But I'm not really feeling it. I do like the artwork a lot. You know, this is definitely one where I'm like, I'm not letting it go, but it is kind of in purgatory for me, where I'm like, do I even want to use this deck? And I'm not that excited by the art anymore either, honestly, if I'm being really honest. I mean, that's what I'm known for. I'm really honest. I don't think this is... I don't get why you would write a whole fucking guidebook for a deck that's meant to be used intuitively. I don't get it. This one I've barely used. The Amor and Psyche Oracle by Los Scarabeo. Los Scarabeo need to quit doing Oracle decks because they're not that good at it. Look at how thin this is. Like, so this is a love deck. I love the art style. I'm not very much into Art Deco art styles usually, but this has something cute about it. I don't know. The Sweetest Taboo, Ideal Romance, Eros, and Thanatos. the Warrior of Love. It's a little bit meh. It's not my thing. As a matter of fact, I may actually put some of these on our Dutch version of eBay after this video is over, because meh, not feeling it at all. This one is, you know, low scare video need to stop doing Oracle decks. One that I do like a lot is this, the Pure Magic Oracle. Speaking of going to the top of my list, I do like this a lot. This was one of the releases that I was really looking forward to that year when Rockpool's production really picked up steam. It's very stunning. I love the art. I have another deck from this same artist, which is even better. But this is really cute. It's really folky, cutesy, pretty. I love that Rockpool worked with Andres and Garcia. I definitely still feel, and I'm going to keep repeating it, that we need more male voices in the tarot and oracle world, because, you know, it's interesting to have a diversity there. I don't like this card. This card just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't even know why. It's something about the art. But whenever this artist goes a little bit more object-y, less... I feel like this artist's forte is not necessarily scenery, but objects and symbols like this, definitely. Or weird shit like this, yes. For example, this draws me in. The symmetry, and most cards are like that, thank God. But for some reason, whenever I use this deck, I always get that fucking gnome card, and there's probably a lesson there, but I don't want to hear it. So this is a really, really, really good deck. I would recommend it. I feel like it's a nice, modern oracle deck. The guidebook is stunning, really well written, really cool. Now we get into another low Scarabeo oracle deck. I like this one a bit better, but the Paolo Barbieri oracle decks, let's just be honest about them, are a bunch of bullshit most of the time. His art is absolutely stunning, and I don't really care about having it in book form, so if you want to invest in his art still, you know, why not buy the card deck? At least this has usable keywords, but his decks are very small. Like, honestly, if you already know as a publisher that you want to turn the art book into a deck, just commission some extra artwork beforehand. What I do like about Paolo Barbieri's art is that there's a lot of sensual masculine energy in his art, especially in this deck. It's really, really stunning. And this, if I were to recommend a deck by him, I would definitely recommend this. It's really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. I like it a lot. So, yeah, but then again, you know, there's not enough cards. It has, like, how many cards does it even say on the back? 33 oracle cards. Like, why? You know, maybe release the book a bit later and ask, you know, him, can you do a couple of extras? Or don't turn the book into a deck. But I don't know, girl. This is not it, sis. But at least, like, for example, and then you get these really weird black and white ones that feel completely different from the like wildly colored ones. And they're like their own suit, and it doesn't really make sense. So they're trying to mold, you know, his art into a deck, and it just doesn't really work. It looks great in pictures, but even his like Zodiac deck for the Chinese Zodiac well, that's a deck. I don't even know how many cards are in there, but he has this astrology deck, and it literally has like 24 cards. No, stop. This video is taking a bit too long. I need to hurry the fuck up. These decks are really cool. They're the Seeker and the Messenger Oracle by Raven Phelan. Let me show the box really quickly, because I always get people that ask, what was that deck now? This is a Seeker Oracle. I love Raven Phelan. She can do no wrong in my book. She's a fabulous creator. This is a tarot-sized deck, which I really like. Blue Angel doesn't really do those a whole lot. But this is pretty cool. I wish there would have been an inlay in the box, but yeah, this is like her latest one, but she is like doing a couple more, so I'm really excited for that. She was working on this round dragon sigil deck, but she's been very quiet about it. It was just so cool, so magical. And I like her style. I like her art style a lot. I feel like she thrives when it comes to drawing really ornate dragons, otherworldly, alien-esque looking humans. Whenever she tries to draw normal looking humans, I feel like that's where she sometimes misses the mark a little bit. But whenever she goes all out, full alien, it's awesome. The Messenger Oracle is actually an older deck that got a re-release. The older deck had these huge green borders, and the re-release was made so that these two could be used together, which I rather enjoy. This is the Messenger Oracle, the new deck. She did add some extra cards to it, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I think some of the illustrations do look a bit out of place, but overall, it's stunning. It's really stunning, and this is more of a, it's very action-based. Do this, do that, very verb-heavy, and I do like that. I do like that a lot. Whereas the Seeker sometimes has somewhat weirder titles. This is like probably the more usable out of the two, but they both really are usable. And I don't know, this is very much a classic. So this was released before Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And I don't know, it's just stunning. It's a world that I want to live in. I showed the Innocent Heart Oracle a couple days ago. Whereas that was the world I actually lived in, this is the world I wanted to live in. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Adorable, love it. Love everything about it. Thinking about being it for Halloween next year. I'm literally gonna dress up as this deck. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Raven, like, girl, we need more people like you. The Spread Machine by Kimberly M. San. Really good deck. This is just the quest pack, which was the most interesting one for me. You could use this as a little oracle deck, honestly, not even gonna lie. You could. So you could, but this is obviously I'm gonna demonstrate it to you since this video is a bit longer anyway. So we're gonna create a spread randomly, because that's something you can do. But I've done a really cool like video game based spread where we're gonna look at your character, your story arc, your strength, your weakness, your challenge, all that kind of stuff, and you kind of get this character analysis of yourself. But let's just create a little spread here. You can literally use them as underliers. So we've got the main mission, which is cool. Then we've got our power buff, what gives you strength. And then we've got the grind. What's the grind that may, demotivate you from actually like fulfilling that main mission. So I'm going to use my own deck to lay cards on top of that, because if we're gonna be a narcissist, I do like that we got some cards from different categories, and we got some jumpers here which we're not going to use because we're not babies. We just need to shuffle better, right? I really do love this pack. I think it's really cool. I think it looks pretty good too. It's just that the main spread machine I felt was a bit overpriced for what you're gonna get. So my main mission is reaping all that abundance. So that's pretty cool. My power buff is Moonstone to help me nourish, because reaping, very often people forget. When it's full moon, we're manifesting, we're reaping, it's all coming to fruition, but you actually have to physically do the reaping or else nothing happens and the food just rots and or the crop just rots and falls on the ground and nothing happens. The grind for me is in, oh, I got softened. That's interesting. Peridot. So the grind is me being too hard on myself and me needing to sometimes, you know, sandpaper those rough edges down a little bit. So that's how you could use this deck. But you could also just, you know, use the keywords on the cards as is if you wanted to. So this is a really cool pack, and this pack was a bit cheaper. So, and I was the most, and the thing I was the most interested in when I saw the Kickstarter. So, I did initially back the Kickstarter for the full deck with the pack, and that came to a total amount of like a couple hundred, like 120 US dollars, and I was like, no. And then when the Kickstarter was over, I just ordered this little pack, and you know, it contains all the possible spread combos that I could be interested in. So it's a really cool idea. Another dragon deck. Yay! I don't like this at all. May actually get rid of it. To be quite honest, I have yet to see an actually good dragon deck out there on the market. And I know every dragon deck that's out there. And I feel like they're all not good. I do like Carla Moro's art. I do like it a bit more in the Blue Angel dragon deck, so I may pick that up. But for some reason in this deck, I'm not feeling it. This is too high vibe New Age for me. I feel like there's a lot of mumbo jumbo on these cards about Christlight and vague descriptions where I feel like you have to read 20 books and buy 2 more decks by her and maybe even a course in order for you to understand it. You know, and that's my main gripe with Diana Cooper. I love her to bits. She's an adorable person. She is really sincere, but the almighty channel guru vibes that I'm getting from her are so off-putting, and I don't know. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So maybe I'm being a bit too hard on her. All right, okay. I'm feeling like whenever I talk shit about her, I immediately, this is going to sound really woo, but I immediately feel very strong angelic presences telling me, no, she's actually right. But she needs to explain it better, guys. Like, come on. Like, did I just see Kuan Yin's pink dragon? Brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Okay. So maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Okay. I'm feeling some vibe here. So we're not going to be too harsh about this. We're going to give it another chance. We're not going to say that we don't like it. It just wasn't time for me yet when I first tried it. Now that I'm looking through it, I'm actually kind of like, maybe it is nice. So, you know, opinions can change. But I do remember when I got it, I felt so disappointed by it. And I just can't shake that feeling. But for some reason now I am kind of digging it. Once again, forgetting to show the box. The Prism Oracle. It's a cute deck. It's really good production quality. I've never seen gold hollow foil in a mass market Oracle deck. It's color magic, and I do like it. Once again, very minimalist, sigilly, gorgeous minimalist art. Sometimes a bit too derpy for me. We're going to get, for example, this one, it's a bit too on the nose. But we're going to get more examples. Like, for example, this one, Ghost. It's a bit too on the nose, sadness. But the rest, I do really like. Funny thing, this video for this deck is like my most viewed YouTube video, and I don't get why the algorithm keeps pushing it. I don't like this. But this is a stellar deck. The guidebook is really good. It's really fun, actually. I'm not feeling this right now, but I am getting sort of a sense that once summer comes, I'm going to feel this a bit more. So that was today's little video, guys. I hope you liked it, and bye-bye.